As a mom, grandma, and farmer, I know how important food security is to all hardworking families. But I'm concerned about how liberal policies have damaged SNAP, all at the expense of the honest Americans and all at the expense of my constituents in Illinois. For example, when states allow illegal aliens to join SNAP to essentially steal money from the American people, that is a major abuse of the program, and one, thankfully, that will soon end. I worked with this committee to make sure that language was included in reconciliation that would remove unlawful illegal aliens from SNAP. But this is only one small step in the right direction. Overall, the abuse is staggering. Since 2022, more than $21 million in benefits have been stolen from Illinois families. Illinois has one of the highest error rates in the country. This is a failure due to poor state management. SNAP was also designed to be a nutrition program, not a junk food subsidy. That means Congress must ask, how do we ensure SNAP dollars are safeguarded for American families, not stolen and abused by radical state governors or spent on junk food? Ms. Schmidt, Wyoming has a reputation for tight accountability in the SNAP program. From your experience running a state agency, what role should Congress play in ensuring that states are held accountable so families don't pay the price for mismanagement?
Mr. Chairman, Representative, thank you for the question. The eligibility, as you mentioned, is established by the feds in the federal government, and then the states then enforce those. The method that we've chosen to enforce it is to ask for verification proof, a birth certificate, for example, and then we verify that through the Department of Homeland Security's SAVE system. So we have both electronic ways of verification and then physical ways of verification.
That's fantastic. Also, Ms. Schmidt, as someone who has had to manage eligibility determinations at the state level, what steps should Congress make to make sure SNAP benefits go to American families first and that states cannot use loopholes like Illinois is using? They don't require the driver's license or a birth certificate to extend benefits to those who should not qualify.
Mr. Chairman and Representative, you know, in part of my written testimony, I made a comment about how every state has to make the decisions based on its constituency. And Wyoming makes a lot of our decisions based on what it is that will be supported both through our public and through our leadership. And so as we think about what it is that we would need then in order to make sure that we are performing the best, one of the big requests would be is consistent information coming from our partners at FNS and the USDA. And I think that consistency in terms of conversations across all states helps anyone who's applying for SNAP to know what it is that is expected, what they need to verify. And then as people move, as they do from state to state, then they have a greater chance of being successful in making a sound and legitimate application. So technical assistance, consistent technical assistance across our partners and across our states, I think would be one way that the government could help us.
Well, I appreciate that you've been a success story that we can look to. And also, in my remaining time, would you like to respond to Chairman Hayes' comment about the radio program cutting SNAP in your state?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. The reality is that there has been a reduction in the administrative support from the federal government. We've talked about that today. We've gone from, in the state, from 50% of the cost to 75% of the cost. Of course, that's going to mean an increase in state general fund, in our case, to support the program. We're on a biennial budget as well. Our legislature will be convening in February to discuss the governor's budget that will be presented to the legislature in late November, early December. And then I see from there a conversation, a very local conversation about the merits of SNAP who it serves and what the impact that program has. It makes it now a very local conversation. But at the end, there is still a reality that there will be some responsibility of Wyoming to pick up some of the tab.
It's a new day here, and American taxpayer benefits are going to be going to Americans. Thank you.